Hello friends, welcome to another sketch video. This one is drawing a warrior woman, which at the moment you may not be able to tell. That kind of looks like a dude that I just put boobs on his chest. But anatomy is difficult, people, so let's not poke too much fun. No, seriously, we watched the new Wonder Woman today, and I just couldn't get out of my head the idea of trying to draw a powerfully fit warrior lady. So went into Clip Studio Paint, like I do, and started working on this piece. Just was going for a powerful stance, wanted to have the angle slightly looking down. I didn't want to have it straight on, I didn't want to be looking up. I don't know, this just felt right. But as I went through it, you could tell from the beginning of the video, I started off just putting in a generic figure, which looks more male than anything else. And then I start removing the male elements and fine-tuning the little nuances that make a female figure look like a female figure, at least by my understanding. I got to this point in the video and I just wasn't happy with her arm. I wanted to move it, and the more that I messed with it, the more I realized that it was not just the arm that I had a problem with. I had like 4 different elements to her figure that all looked fine if they were by themselves. And so I decided I would just redraw the whole thing. And use this as an opportunity to put in a more dynamic pose. Bent the leg, brought it up, just really tried to, now that I had a feel for the figure I was going for, I wanted to get it so that there was way more movement involved. And I honestly could have went even further, channeled my inner Jack Kirby or whatever you want to say, but I got it to a nice point, and then I decided to keep the face because I thought that the face that I had looked good. Started framing in the rest of the figure, adding in the costume that I had come up with, and now that I'm watching it now, I really should have had some of her braids moving because I have her in like a running pose. But it was fun. I did this live on Twitch. So if you're on Twitch, you can look it up. Twitch TV / Anthony Harry. You can go check it out, old videos, or you can subscribe if you'd like and be aware of when I do future ones. But I had the privilege of having some people on the video and good conversation. They were challenging. The questions they asked challenged my thinking and just got me, I think, moving in a better direction. Even if it's not directly related to the exact piece, it will engage the part of the brain that only happens when you get to talk about your art. So that was pretty cool. And that brought me to this stage. I was not going to do a background, but one of the questions I was asked was there going to be a background? So I decided, oh, well, I guess I'll fuss with some colors again. So I wanted to keep it simple, but I didn't want to go grays like I did in the last video, and I didn't want to be too monochromatic, so I thought I'd give a close light source and then the moon in the background and just try to, she's running through the forest or the jungle or something. So went in, I like to flatten my areas so I have my planes down, and then I add in shadows. Helps give me an idea of the shape of everything. Once I have that in there, finish flattening out the costume and what she wears, and then I start adding in highlights. So once I get this down with the blade, I saved it, and then I went nuts and started adding in highlights. And I could have kept it darker, especially with how bright the moon is behind her, but whatever. She has flame coming, like magical flame coming off her right hand. So I was going to use that as a primary light source, and then whatever she was running towards. Made sense in my brain at the time. There's so many ways it could be done better now that I'm looking at it, but this is what I did. So I added in light source, did all that on a new layer so that I didn't mess up the things that I knew I liked. I wanted more contrast, so I added in some more shadows to the world around her and to her costume. There they are. It was going good. But here's how she turned out. The full image is on my Patreon page, which I'll put a link in the comments. But thanks for watching.